Okay, Cinnamon and Watermelon Group. Now we are on lesson 85. Touch column 1. Word 1 is quarter. What word? Spell quarter. Get ready. Good. Word 2 is muscle. What word? Spell muscle. Get ready. Muscles are the meaty parts of your body that makes your body move. Word 3 is rough. What word? Spell rough. Get ready. Good. Word 4 is Mongolian. What word? Yes, Mongolian. Touch column 2. All these words are compound words. The first part of each word is underlined. Word 1. What's the underlined part? What's the whole word? Yes, cowboys. Word 2. What's the underlined part? What's the whole word? Yes, baseball. Word 3. What's the underlined part? What's the whole word? Yes, basketball. Word 4. What's the underlined part? What's the whole word? Yes, daydream. Word 5. What's the underlined part? What's the whole word? Yes, outline. Word 6. What's the underlined part? What's the whole word? Yes, racehorse. Column 3. Word 1. What word? Yes, draft. Word 2. What word? Yes, grade. Word 3. What word? Yes, draw. Word 4. What word? Yes, graders. Word 5. What word? Yes, drawn. Very good. Touch column 4. Word 1. What word? Yes, pony. Word 2. What word? Yes, straw. Word 3. What word? Yes, paint. Word 4. What word? Yes, earth. Word 5. What word? Yes, hollow. Word 6. What word? Yes, tusk. Very good. Now I want you to read part B of the story. Pause and read. 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 And last, pause and read. Okay, now Miss Crater is going to read and ask questions. Cave pictures. The piles of garbage inside caves give us clues. The piles tell us what the people who lived in caves ate. The piles also tell us that earlier cave people didn't cook their food. The piles aren't the only clues inside the caves. The people made pictures on the walls of their caves. They also made outlines of their hands. The outline gives us clues about the people. Picture 1 shows the outlines of 2 hands. Name 2 things you can tell about hand A. Good, it's bigger than hand B. And its middle finger is partially gone. All right. Name 1 thing you can tell me about hand B. It's smaller than hand A. Good. Hand A is the hand of a man who lived in the cave 80,000 years ago. Who does hand A belong to? Good. A man who lived in a cave 80,000 years ago. Hand C is the hand of a full-grown man who is alive now. That man is not bigger than most other men who are alive now. Compare that hand with hand A. How have adult men changed in 80,000 years? What's the answer? Right, their hands have gotten bigger. The adult men who lived in cave 80,000 years ago were not as tall as most men who lived in the United States today. Can you figure out how the people who lived in the cave made pictures of their hands? Here's how the man made the picture of hand A. First, he mixed up some paint. To make the paint, he used earth that he mixed with other things. Everybody, what's another name for earth? Yes, dirt. Good. By mixing earth with something like animal fat or blood, he can make red paint, black paint, brown paint, or yellow paint. After he mixed paint of the color he wanted, he put his hand against the wall of the cave. Picture 2 shows the man holding his hand against the wall. Then he filled his mouth with the paint. Then he put one end of a small bone in his mouth. The bone was hollow, so it worked just like a drinking straw. What does that mean, it was hollow? Good, there was nothing in the center. The man pointed at his hand. Picture 3 shows the man with the bone in his mouth. Everybody touch picture 3. Is all the paint still in the bowl? No. Where is some of it? Right, in the man's mouth. Good. The man blew. A stream of paint came out of the end of the bone. Some paint went on the man's hand. Some went on the wall. The man kept blowing paint until the wall around his hand was covered with paint. Everybody, which picture shows the man blowing the paint? Picture 4. Where is the paint coming from? The bone in the man's mouth. Good. Then the man pulled his hand away from the wall, and there was an outline of his hand on the wall. The people who lived in caves used paint to draw things on their hands. They painted pictures of the animals they hunted. Picture 6 shows two animals they painted, a horse and a cow that you might see today. Picture 7 shows horses and a cow found on the wall of the cave. You can see how small the horses are. Picture 8 shows a cave picture of an animal that looks something like an elephant of today. But no elephant like this one is alive today. We know that animals like the one in picture 8 lived thousands of years ago. We know about these animals because we have found the bones of large animals with very large tusks. People have put the bones together and have shown what the animal must have looked like. Picture 9 shows the bones. Picture 10 shows the animal that had those bones. Although we have never seen living elephants like this one, the bones tell us how they looked. The elephant in picture 8 shows how those elephants must have looked. The end. Good job with reading this today. Whenever you want to go back and read, please do so. See you for the next lesson.